CCB, where we get all up in that past tea and whiskey. I'm your host, Love Jones. Today we'll be discussing very important topics, such as the recent induction of Ohio into the United States and the Louisiana Purchase. Also, the Marbury versus Madison case. Ohio has just been recently inducted into the United States on March 1st. And the Louisiana Purchase has just taken place on April 30th. Very important additions to our great American country. Now, I have two very special guests, Justice Marshall and William Marbury.
Hello.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Hi, welcome back to CCB. I'm your host, Love Jones. To my right, I have William Marbury. She likes to be called Willa. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And to my left, I have Chief Justice.
How you doing, love? How you doing?
Very nice.
That's great.
So the first thing I wanted to ask you guys is how this situation even started with the Madison versus Marbury case.
Well, I'll start first. Sure, love. Well, it began in February 13th, 1803, when Thomas Jefferson wouldn't let Madison deliver his commissions. Commissions are when you
Instructions or commands given to a person or a group of people. In this case, it was James Madison.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and continue.
Even though he was appointed as the federal courts by President Adams. So, yes, Love Jones, the Marbury versus Madison case was very, very, very revolutionary in history right now. Well, not in right now, but in history.
Okay, that's all you need to explain.
Excuse
me. Please, Marbury.
Oh, sorry.
You'll have
my
my chance. Are you finished?
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, Marbury, what role did you have in this case?
Well, I thought, based off of the Judiciary Act of 1789, which gives each part of the judiciary branch a specific role, that Jefferson could not deny Madison his right to deliver commissions. Mm-hmm. So, I personally asked the Supreme Court if they could enforce the fact that Jefferson couldn't do this, because they were allowed to hear about cases like this based off of the jurisdiction they were given based off of Judiciary Act.
So, for all of our viewers out there who don't understand, what are the three branches of government?
Well, I'll answer, Love Jones. The three branches of government is the executive, the judicial, and the legislative.
Wow, thank you so much. One of my last questions I really need to ask, so all of our viewers understand, is how do you feel about the results of this case?
Well, I'll answer this, Love Jones.
All right, go
I'll
ahead.
answer.
Okay,
I'll answer
thank
for
you.
Well, the results of the court's case is that I really hoped because the Supreme Court has to be at even power, they should not go over each other. They should be checked and balances.
I agree.
Even like for the rest of the branches, they should have even power and everything. So what do you want to say, sir, over there?
I would actually like to say that I agree with you, because judicial review gives the whole judiciary branch a way to check everybody else, and so none of the laws that they pass will be unconstitutional, so that we're not in a situation like we were with Great Britain, because we have overcome that, and we would really not like to go back to that point in our lives.
Very interesting. Well, we only have a few more minutes of the show left, but I have to ask. America is going through so many reforms and revolutions at this moment. How do you think this is going to impact future America? Even with what I was talking about in the beginning of the show, with Ohio being inducted, with America buying the Louisiana Purchase, we're gaining so much land, and with that much land, more people are going to come, may I say immigrants. And so we're going to have more people, and we're going to have bigger effects on different people. So I'd really just like to know what y'all's opinions on how the future will go and how this will affect the future.
Great question.
Okay, well,
with more
people,
the tea is hot, and there's enough to go around.
With more people, there are more opinions and more views. And with all the reforms going on, somebody wants something and another group of people want something. For with pro-slavery, anti-slavery, pro women's rights, anti women's rights. And so I feel like with more people having more opinions, I really feel like this case came at a right time because many people want to get different laws added and want to get different laws abolished. And so with the Supreme Court being all on the same page and the judiciary branch being on the same page with judicial review, I feel like whenever it comes time to pass these laws, it won't be easy, but I feel like people will understand that the government can no longer just pass laws because they want to, but they have to be constitutional. But I feel like until the laws actually get to the government, then there's going to be a problem with America because we still all have our issues and we still all have our problems. But I really hope that this case influences us all to be more constitutional and to be more politically correct.
So what's your point?
My point is that judicial review will help the government pass laws that are constitutional that will hopefully please both sides to different sides. You understand what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
Okay, both sides to different sides of all the reform movements that are happening at this moment.
That was a
Does
very
that
great
clarify?
point. That was a good point.
Am I clarifying?
So, how will we hear your opinion?
Well, when you got off track,
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go back on track.
I think I went on a tangent. My bad.
Please.
Okay,
We only have
so
a few minutes.
how would this impact the future of America? Well, it's going to make a huge impact on America because it's the only way to it's one of the most ways to make America great. Well, this allows for the success of America.
So you think America is not successful right now?
No, I'm not saying it's not successful right now. I'm just saying is that it's going to become. Well, we make some mistakes, but we are going towards success. This also shows the success of uncompromising tactics. Because what you're talking about here is, okay, yes, they have to be even and try to pass laws and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But how does this go in order? Where does it go to? Give me an order. Do you have an order?
In order for what?
Of how the laws are passed.
Well, I don't pass laws.
This is actually not a debate. I just wanted to know how y'all felt personally. I didn't want you to
I'm
antagonize
sorry, I just
each other.
personally feel attacked, and I
I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that.
I didn't attack you.
Okay.
Oh, can we just finish giving your opinion? We really only have about a minute left.
I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you
so-
everyone for tuning in to CCB. Come back next time.